Hello, this is JoAnne Eisen. I am back for this week's update. We have a live show tomorrow from an amazing person. Her name is Adrienne Cobb. She's a longtime friend and mentor of mine. She's an amazing person. She's been with me for all of my transformation, done many shows with me when I first started on Facebook. And we titled it something. And I always know, sometimes we put a lot of times we put a title on the show and it goes somewhere completely different because Spirit has a different direction and different information that Spirit wants to share. So I see somebody's here. Hello, whoever is here. But I wanted to remind everybody that will be tomorrow at 4. And I think that it will be an exciting conversation. She has a lot of depth and knowledge. She's a great intuitive and a great energy worker. She has a really clear understanding of energy and how it works. So I'm very excited to have her on. So I do hope that you will check that out. And whoever's here, if you could put it in the chat, I can chat with you. I also wanted to share, I was trying to put it in the description, so I'll have to do it after. But on Friday, I'm doing a very special event. It's a very close, small group that we're going to be doing. A friend of mine and I, she's an intuitive and a tarot reader. And I do the Auragraph. I do tarot, but I don't know. Tarot and me are not the best of friends. I'm working on it. I get in my head with tarot. When I do other things, I can just let go. So it's something in my DNA that I have to work on. I love tarot and I do it for myself and I do it for friends, but I don't always do it as well for people like I probably should and could, but that's me. But we will be doing Auragraphs, but we also will be doing mediumship. And so this is Friday at 4:30. I'll have the description and I'll also have the connection to signing up for that in the chat. We're just going to limit it to a small group because we want to keep it intimate and be able to give everybody messages. So it's something that we're just throwing out there because we like to give back. And it's just good for everybody. It's good for us to be able to do that because it's giving back. It's helping us to, I think, help other people. And that's a good thing. And it's helping anybody who's there because then you're getting messages that you may want to hear. So it's a give situation. So if you're at all interested, I'll have the information there. All you have to do is click on the link and it will take you to the Zoom page. And then as it comes in, then we'll accept you and approve you. If we get over the seating limits, then we'll just send you an email saying that we're sorry that this event is full. We're getting there. It's working. We're filling it up. I mean, we just posted it yesterday on Facebook. If you guys are interested, I do live on Facebook. That is my family there. So I do give whatever's happening on Facebook first, and then I will come over to YouTube. Not that you guys aren't special or important, but those are my peeps too. So I did open it up to them yesterday. And so today I'm opening it up to YouTube for anybody who's interested in that. And you're all welcome and you're all loved. But hi, Sharon. So happy to see you. I should do a reading for you because we had a very interesting week last week on the reading, or 2 weeks ago on the readings. But I also wanted to talk a little bit about change and some of the things that I've learned through my progression of change. Like I said, Adrienne, who is going to be on the show tomorrow, she's been with me from the beginning of my awakening and my understanding. And I never really thought that I would go into mediumship because there's a whole lot of reasons why. And sometime I'll do a live on that. I don't really want to go into that because you go into religion and ideas and beliefs and all that. And I've kind of talked about that. But it was one of the most interesting transformations for me to understanding the progression of how we learn and what we're here for and what we accept and what we don't accept. And understanding about who you are as a person. I think that's really important as we're going through our traveling in this world is really understanding who we are and what we're here for. And so in the form of mediumship, one of the things that I would tend to do as a human being, and all of us do it, is we judge. We judge things, we judge people, we judge actions, we judge, just about everything that comes across our our sphere of being. And that's not always a bad thing. We need to judge. Like I had a situation where somebody had friended me on Facebook where in my gut, I knew that this wasn't a good thing to do. And I was right. It wasn't a good thing to do. So just because anybody friends you on Facebook doesn't mean you need to be friends with them. I usually am very picky about it, but this came from somebody who came from somebody. And because it was connected to somebody, I didn't listen to my gut that this wasn't a good idea. And so, but you know what? There's no harm done. We learn through those processes and we say, listen to your gut because your gut isn't going to lead you astray. And so it was a lesson to be remembered instead of a lesson learned. But instead of judging myself over it, it's just like, you know what? You're learning that you caught it sooner rather than later. You're learning that you didn't have to go through a lot of rabbit holes before you sunk the ship. So, it's what we're doing in this life is to have that balance between judging from your gut, from your heart space, from your truth, what is in right alignment or action for you. And also sometimes doing not what you think is in right action for you because you're learning. And having self-acceptance for that is really important. So for me, though, judging was a hard part of my overcoming in mediumship, because one of the things in mediumship that you really need to do is trust spirit and not be in the leadership or the driver's seat when you're driving that bus in mediumship. You're there as a tool for that spirit to come through and interact with that person that they're connecting with. And so the big word that comes out of that would be surrender. And it's sometimes very hard for us to really understand what surrendering is, because we as human beings need to be in control of things. We need to be the director of our ship, have control of where it's going and how it's going. And sometimes we can't always do that. And that's a hard thing. And one of the biggest things that I've learned in life is that when we can just let it flow and we can go with that flow, but we always have the choice to be able to make decisions. And that's the big thing right there, is to know in your choice to make something else happen or to go in a different direction that is right for you. You always have that choice, and you always need to be in the observer mode of what's happening. And in some cases, you really do need to judge. But I find that in a lot of cases, we don't need to be judged. We don't need to be judging something. We could just sit back and be the observer of something, especially like something that's happening in your life or a choice that you need to make and you're not really sure how to make that choice. We could judge something about, how something can come out, or we could judge something about how we may perceive something. There's a lot of things that we can do to judge that. But whereas if we could just step back and be the observer of what's happening, then that would be a better place to make those decisions from, coming from your true heart center and making those kinds of decisions. So it's just something that I really have been thinking about. And I'm really seeing more and more, especially as in our society, there's so many pulls on our lives to do so many different things. And then we judge our time. We judge, how we're doing things. I'm a terrible judge of myself. My friends always tell me I'm my worst enemy for being such the harshest judge on myself. But I think that's a part of what we're doing and what we're learning. And so I think it's coming out of that kind of thinking and just allowing the flowing. It's what I've really learned through my working and doing mediumship and learning and how we connect and blend and interact with spirit. And we're bringing this beautiful gift to other people that are, they're a lot of times you're hurting when someone you truly love is passed over to the other side. And when we start driving that bus and we're starting to take control of that interaction on both sides, whether it's you as a sitter or the other person as the medium, both could be trying to control that bus. Where if we can just let go like we do in life, if we could just let go and flow, if we could just flow through that interaction with that spirit, if we could just flow through life, then we come to a bigger picture, a bigger understanding of what it is that we're here for and what it is that we're here to learn. And so in that particular situation, what I find when I'm trying to drive the bus, or if somebody has this expectation of what they want to hear, then we're not allowing spirit, who knows all, who has the answers to all of our questions, is going to be open to share with you in a way that they can share with you, and the things that are important, because they see all the time. They're with us all the time. I was just chatting with someone yesterday about their loved one that had passed away, and she was saying how she had felt that her significant other had left her, that wasn't around her anymore. And that's a real feeling. And I don't remember who I was talking to, but anyway, I was talking to this other lady a couple days ago about her grandmother. And I know I just talked about this, and I don't remember if I did it on YouTube, but she was talking to her grandmother, and she had a lot of anger to her grandmother because she felt her grandmother had abandoned her and had basically pulled the rug from under her and kept her from what she deserved, or what she thought she deserved in this life physically. She's the sweetest human being. So it wasn't that she was doing anything out of, greed or anything like that. She just felt really hurt by what her grandmother had done. And so when her grandmother was working with me to work with her, her grandmother was doing it in such a beautiful way. Her brother had passed, and I'm sorry if you're watching this, you know who you are. Her brother had passed away, and it's just such a beautiful experience. So I really wanted to share this. But her brother had passed away, and she has a good relationship with her brother. And so when her grandmother had passed away, her grandmother was kind of like hanging out behind the brother, because she knew the brother was going to be a door to get to showing this person what this person needed to know. And that's exactly what happened. And it took her a while to open up to what her grandmother wanted her to learn, but she wasn't ready until she was ready. And that's what happens in mediumship. When we can just allow spirit in both of these cases, they're able to allow spirit to work with them and show them what they need to learn. And if I can stand out of the way and not have an objective or a purpose in what I want to do, and I'm just allowing spirit to work, or if spirit, most beautiful gifts and the most beautiful keys and information that you could possibly have. And I think that's the way, if we could look at life, that is totally what life is all about. It's about opening up and learning what possibilities are out there without having a judgment, without having a agenda to what it is that you think that you're here to learn. And sometimes we do that and it works out. Sometimes we do that and we still learn lessons. So there's nothing wrong in what we do. It's just a matter of how we go about doing it. So I just kind of wanted to share that. Remind everybody that tomorrow I will be doing my weekly live. So please come with your questions, and I'll be looking forward to that. And I will post the flyer and the information to connect with this Evening with Spirit that I'm doing with my absolute dearest friend, Marsha Johnson, who is a medium tarot reader, and she does auragraphs as well. She is so fantastic and so amazingly sweet. I'm sure you guys will love her. Again, it's going to be a private gathering that we're doing, and it's going to be Friday at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time. And, we're just going to go as long as we go. So we'll see how long that goes. So we don't have a time limit on the other end. So if you're interested in that, I will be posting that information below. Again, seats will be limited because we want to keep it intimate so we can really talk with everybody and get to know everybody. So Sharon, if you are here and we're not going to have all that other stuff, I would love to do a Auragraph for you. I have everything next to me. So let me know if you're still here and if you want to do that. And I will do an Auragraph for you. Again, that was something that I learned, and it's something that I really, because it's new to me and because I'm not an artist, it's something that I can tend to get into my head about. So the more I practice this, and the better I get at just allowing the flow to come and not being the judge or the catapult to what comes out. When I just allow spirit to flow, then that's what works. So if Sharon's still here, then I can do that for you. I know there's 2 people on right now. Thank you for the 3 thumbs up. So if you're here, let me know and I will do this for you. If not, one day you and I are going to have to do this together. I will do a reading for you. So let me know. Who else is here? Somebody else here? I'm waiting. I don't like doing it without permission because it's just it helps me when I know that you're in agreement in the energy to be able to tap into that energy. It's just a thing that works for me to have permission. So I know that it's in right alignment. So I don't know what is happening. So I guess nobody else is here. Nobody chiming in here for a reading. Never know when I'm going to come on. I'm going to keep doing this because you guys are helping me. This actually helps me in my mediumship work as well as in my psychic and my basically my coaching work as well. I do all of that. And it helps me because I'm doing something with my hands, I'm doing something with my mind, and I'm just allowing spirit to work through me. So, okay, next time I will set a time. And again, if you go over to my Facebook page, you'll know when I am going to go over to YouTube because I do post it over there when I'm going to go live to YouTube. And if you have any questions, you can always reach me at JoAnne at reachtheunlimited.com. If you're also interested in the event that we're doing, you also can email me at JoAnne at reachtheunlimited.com. And you could check out my website at reachtheunlimited.com as well and see what's playing on over there. Things are changing and we're growing. So I'm not hearing from Sharon, so I'm not going to do that right now. But Sharon, I'm going to try and connect with you and pick a time where we can do this. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, so thank everybody for being here. And I will see you all tomorrow and have an amazing and great day. Find ways for you to observe things and see things in different ways. All right. Talk to everybody later. Bye.